Hello everyone and welcome back to 7 Days to Die. It is 5 a.m. on day 8 and I am, as always, joined by Lady Shelab.
Hello everybody, welcome.
Okay, so Horde base, Horde 1.
Horde Night.
Yes. Horde Night 1 survived, which is always a nice way to start anything, really. But there are lots of things that we now need to try and get on top of, and one of them is food and drink really badly.
Clothing.
Yeah. I'm going to gobble down some lamb rations. Drop the cans off. I've still got some potatoes with me. I'm going to need some arrows as well. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that we're going to need to work on. I think getting the farm up and running is going to be a focus for me for at least today. Today is kind of a free day. The day after a horde usually is pretty chill. You don't have to worry over much about it. But I'm going to need some wood to be able to start working on getting some arrows and just prepping. Also need to put a little bit of wood into that forge. On that note, hello, useless desk. If a desk can be opened, it'll have the cupboards will... the drawers will look closed, I believe. If the drawers are open at all times, even when someone isn't in it, then it can't be utilized. It's the same for like kitchen cupboards and the likes as well. There we go. The forge is going. So these cupboards, the kitchen cupboards that are closed, can be entered into and actually have something in them. The ones that are always open, they can't be accessed. Right, okay. Well, I'm heading out. I'm gonna check in on our workbench. I think I'm going to try and gather up some more stone and dirt so that I can get the workbench making more cobble over time.
Yeah.
But the first order of business, I think, is getting some wood. And I don't think we need to stress about repairing the horde base right now. The horde base is in a reasonably good
I think food
state.
is more important than the horde base right now. And then once we've got a little bit of food, I think that's probably the next priority. Followed by probably doing a little bit more scavenging for clothing and things like that.
Yeah.
And also then working on the sort of insides of the sort of more functional base, the sort of day-to-day base.
Yeah, so we expand the horde base into an actual home base. Because right now it's just a fortification that we can use to defend ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. So move out of the house eventually, but
yeah.
I think, I'm going to go have a look around the town and see if I can find any more fields or anything like that, and maybe pop into a couple of houses.
By all means. Do you still have that steel shovel, and does it have any kind of durability on it?
I don't know if it's got any durability, but I did put it back into the chest, so you can go and find it in there. Perfect,
thank you. There we go. I'm going to make some arrows so that I can at least defend myself while I'm out and about.
A bunch of gas barrels over here, so we need gas.
I think what I'm going to want is a bunch of iron bars so that I can prep the field, because ultimately this tower is going to be internal to a kind of a base compound. It'll still be the main access point for zombies from the outside. Ultimately, that's the whole kind of focus of the defense of the horde base, was that it was the easiest way to get in. Was we controlled where they tried to attack us. Anyone who's
it worked very well.
Read various literature on warfare understands that a perfect defense is not the way to win a war. You can't win a war by defending. You want to encourage your enemy to attack by giving them an opportunity, thereby controlling where they attack from, so you can concentrate all your defenses there. And that's basically the idea of this horde base. We want to control where they try to attack us from by giving them a way in. It does sound counterintuitive initially, but it does seem to work so far. Okay. Have you looted any of the houses that are around our base, Shelab? Because there are a couple.
A few of the sort of more there's a lumberjack after me, and I don't have any arrows.
Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna craft them now.
You've got the materials for it, have you?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good.
So I'm just gonna craft them and then run around and then reload my bow. Sorry. So anyway, I've basically mostly been looting. There's like a big lumberjack sort of camp thing, with lots of logs and little garages and stuff. And I went through and looted a load of that. Now I'm just kind of running around the town a bit, trying to see if I can loot some of the sort of rundown places and look for vegetable fields and things like that.
Just sent you a party invite as well.
Oh, great.
That way I can work out where which part of the which part of the village you're actually defending.
There you go.
I've adjusted the audio volume a little bit, and I think it might be just very, very slightly too high.
Ooh, that's never good because it's like.
Dunk. There we go.
I'd rather have it too low than too high.
Yeah, exactly. As long as it's not competing with you and people can hear you clearly, that's the main focus. Yeah. Probably going to want. No, I think we might be good now for wood for the time being. So I want to get a farm. Now the idea with the farm is it's going to be below ground level. It'll be accessible from above via, or rather from below via tunnels, but will have daylight. It has to have daylight for it to grow using metal bars. You right there, Shelab?
I'm already bleeding out. Goof.
Have you got?
Someone snuck up behind me.
You have got.
I do have bandages. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not dying. It's just I was there pulling my bow out, ready to shoot someone, and I hear poof, and I'm suddenly bleeding. I'm like, no!
How very rude!
What a way to start! What a way to start!
I'm going to need iron bars. That's going to require clay as well. Okay, that shouldn't be too hard, but I'm not going to be able to make many of them as yet. Okay. I'm going to need to start getting out there and digging then. That will eventually get me the clay. But ultimately, I'm going to continue digging in the little clay pit that we've made. Because I just want to dig the farm down to ground level so that we can actually farm in it.
Yes.
And that's another reason why it's going to need to be a bit deeper. Is simply that currently the top layers are just snow. And you can't farm in snow. I can make ground that I can farm in out of clay itself, but right now I think the best option for us is to just dig down to the ground level. It might be a little bit too deep to get to that, but we'll see. This is just going to be snow though, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm being terrible at archery today.
Would you like to team up?
No, it's fine. I just it's not like I'm in any danger. It's just that I'm being particularly missing shots.
Okay, fair enough.
That I feel bad about missing. Like, no.
Oh, it's fine. We haven't recorded in a couple of days, so it does take a little bit to scrub the rust off.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
I mean, you know, you're doing something far more exciting than me. I'm just in a hole digging dirt right now.
I am a dwarf. I'm going to defeat the horde.
I mean, I do have a penchant for building my bases underground. I can't deny this, but in my defense, that does tend to be a good place to put a base. Underneath a lot of rock. Makes accessing via zombies, or rather accessing for zombies, difficult, to say the least.
That's quite funny. I managed to hit a zombie in either side of his face with an arrow. It looked like he had a weird headdress on or something.
Ah, it's just rude. I'm sure the zombie was not best pleased. Especially considering, you know,
you
don't expect your food to hurt you.
I don't care about being rude to a zombie that's trying to kill me. Oh, stop changing height. How am I supposed to hit you with an arrow if you're always changing height? Oh, man.
Aimed at the center of mass, if you're finding that difficult.
I am. But then I am making chest shots, and they suck.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Aha, we're on a level now. That's missing.
What I'll do is I'll get a couple of iron bars, or rather get some clay smelting in the forge, and then I'm going to head out, because there's not much I can do while we wait for that to be made. But I'd rather do this before I start scavenging, so that I'm using my time as best I can.
I get so mad when I miss.
Don't worry. That's probably making it worse. As you get more and more stressed, your aim gets worse.
Gets worse.
Catch-22 situation.
I need to have a beer or something, and then I'll get less stressed, and I'll be amazing.
I mean,
it's like when people get better at pool when they've had a drink or two.
Yeah, because you stop trying so hard, and you start just enjoying the game.
And then, like, once you've had more than that, you get worse again.
Yeah,
it's
because
like a sweet spot.
Yeah,
because then your perceptions get inhibited.
Uh-huh. You want to inhibit your anxiety, but not your ability.
Yes.
Okay.
What am I short on crafting these arrows then? Wood. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's probably wood. We used a large amount of wood right at the end of the last recording session to build the roof.
I remember.
That should be all we need for a little bit.
Some from this handy tree.
Be sure to replant, though. On that note, I need to go and replant myself.
It's like in the middle of the village. I don't think we need to replant over there. I'll bring it back to the base.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, bring it back, and we'll replant more trees around here. Now, again, you can be super regimented about that. You can place those saplings in regimented rows. But then when they grow into very tall trees, it looks so...
like a farm, don't they? They look farmed at that point. We want them to be natural.
Even if they're not. We want the illusion of organic growth.
To look natural anyway. Oh, indeed. I see a farm. Yay! Oh, I can dig up. Corn.
More potatoes. Corn is fine. We can make corn on the cob. It's not the best option for us, though. Corn on the cob because it requires boiled water. But I saw an area where we're going to be able to get some boiled water, so I think maybe sorting that out would be wise for us. Right, got a lot of soil there. There we go. That will break down over time. Drop off this water. That being said, actually, we don't need to worry about making corn on the cob because we've got snow everywhere. We'll be able to make as much corn on the cob as we want. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't take too many bottles away. Does it take bottles away to make corn on the cob?
It does, but it shouldn't be too long before we're at the point where we can make prodigious amounts of glass.
Go away, I'm not too worried about that. I'm trying to get corn here. This has nothing to do with you.
That's just rude.
I got him with a massive explodey headshot on the first shot with my arrow.
Was that a lumberjack?
Really awesome. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's always pretty cool to take those guys out with a headshot because they're so durable otherwise that it saves you so much time.
Yep. I would have taken ages juking around with him.
Right. Now, are you one that I've explored before? You are not.
I probably have skill points to take, but I'll take them at night. I don't want to waste the daylight hours mulling over skills.
Soon I'm going to have to start worrying about marking what points of interest I've actually investigated or not. Now then, let's have a look around here. Don't worry, everyone. That siren is in real life, not in the game.
Yeah. Oh, next to it, massive thing of blueberries.
Now, what I would love is if this were... There are some points of interest that have a very high propensity to have things like bears and...
They have to eat one, though.
Other large creatures, boars and such, spawning in them. Those are, as you can imagine, amazing sources of food. Because every 5 or so days, they respawn completely. As long as you don't bother them too actively. There is a lumberjack back there. But I feel I should probably go and deal with before taking care of anything else. Let's grab this blueberry plant as well while I'm here. Other lumberjack. See if I can plink you with a headshot. Probably not from this distance, especially if you're wandering around. There. It's more the angle rather than the distance. Plink you with an arm shot. Another shot in the same arm. Eventually I'll pop that arm off. Not sure where that arrow went. There we go. Got another one over yonder that I would very much like to join us. There we go. Now, by doing that, A, I get some sneak damage, but B, I'm lazy and the lumberjack will now walk to me. Try and get another one in here. There we go. And down you go. Perfect. And while all that's going on, I can start working on the other one. Double check that I'm not being snuck up on. No. Perfect. I take as much opportunity as I can to practice my archery. Not because... I mean, archery is pretty cool. It's a silent means of taking your enemies out of range. But I find it important to refresh the skill as often as I can.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I like to.
another good resource, by the way. At the moment, since our food stocks are fairly low, eating some snowberries now and then is really not a bad idea. So having a stock of snowberries on you is probably quite wise, just carefully managing how much you consume in any period of time. But the wooden stumps are quite nice as well. Simply because wooden stumps always have honey in them.
Okay, here. I cut down a wooden stump. Yeah, they didn't have any honey in it.
Oh, really? Oh, maybe it's just a chance then, but I've always been very lucky. Alright, time to stealth the rest of this point of interest and find out what we've got going on in here. I still haven't taken care of that merchant quest either, which is a bit silly of me. Dunk, right in your noggin.
Wasted arrows. Oh, no arrows left. Ah!
Uh-oh. Take it.
But there's corn right there. Oh, no stamina either.
Well, the corn isn't going to do you any good if you're dead.
No.
That's the way I look at these things. There's bound to be more zombies in here than this. I don't trust this situation at all. Now that's sealed off, so there's very likely something going to just burst out of there. But for now, let's just clear up everything. In fact, all of these tents are filled. Now, there could be zombie dogs inside, so it's really not worth being super aggressive here. Take your time. I know there's at least one enemy.
So many fields
yeah,
here.
like that. Like that. So many suddenly all jumping out. And a vulture
to remember where it is.
No.
It's like, found loads and loads and loads of fields of food. But I just can't, like, stay out any longer to get them.
A horde of zombies joining me. Not strictly a horde. There are actual hordes that will spawn, but so many zombies in these tents. Oh my lord. Glad there was only one vulture though. Shelab should be sharing the experience from this, so
I am getting some, I think, or I might be slightly out of range. I'm on my way back to the sort of house area.
Yep. Sorry, farm zombie, but no.
I'm so hungry and I'm so thirsty.
I don't have any food on me, but oh, hello. Oh, you were dead. That was silly of me, because it's generally very easy to tell if they're dead, because you'll get EXP for them if they've died. Wow, that was a costly, or potentially costly mistake there.
Yes.
Super potentially
Did you nearly
costly.
die?
I stood over his carcass, or what I thought was his carcass, and started attacking another zombie, and then all of a sudden, he stood up. And I was like, oh, well, hello.
Oh, you were just downed. Ooh.
Yeah, well, it was more the fact that I was stood there in aimed-in mode with my bow, so I wasn't backpedaling very fast. Ugh. Yeah, that could have turned nasty very quickly. At this point,
Water for
this
me.
place is probably empty now.
The can of pasta.
I'll grab what I can from this place, and I can head on back. There's a gas barrel there. I don't think that tank has anything in it, but the gas barrel is useful for a few things. There are a couple of recipes that I think can make use of gas barrels. Ooh.
Yeah, I think you can just make gas out of it, can't you?
Another gun, some ammo, always good to have.
Put some of this stuff away.
Again, that's another example on my screen right now of a container that is already open. So the model itself is open, being empty. If it's pre-opened, there's nothing in it. But if it's closed, then you should be good. Got a car I can check out. I'm starting to regret that I didn't bring a wrench.
Yeah, there's spare wrenches all over the place. I could come to you with a wrench if you want. I'm coming out in a minute. I'm in the house.
I'm actually, yeah, fairly close by, so might not be too rough. Let's scrap this shit.
I want to make water out of snowballs, I think, if I can.
Should be okay. Shotgun Messiah, empty chest of drawers. Always worth checking the floor, though, because there are a disproportionately large amount of times where the floor will be some sort of fake floor. And you'll want to break that down, because there's almost always some sort of container at the bottom of those fake panel floors. Almost always. Not strictly always. Okay, got a hunting rifle. Piddling amount of ammo, but you know, everyone is worth taking because we can sell it. If we don't use it, we can sell. Right, I'm right next to the base, and I'm already a little bit encumbered, so I'm heading back your way, Shelab.
We've got snowberries and blueberries to make snowberry juice with. We could use that to help us with the cold a little, maybe? It says it's supposed to help you with cold.
A good point. That's a very, very good point. Okay, sure. But we don't have many blueberries. How many blueberries have we had?
No, we do. We've got 100.
Okay, allow me to make some of them into blueberry seeds first, then.
We don't have many snowberries, actually. We've only got 9 snowberries, but we could get more of those quite easily, I think.
Yeah, very easily, actually.
Also, now I'm a little bit more fooded up. I'm still a bit hungry.
You should probably close that door, though. 42
food. I'm literally outside it, sorry. I didn't just leave it open.
Right. I'm going to turn these into... oh, I did have a wrench on me. What?
Am I allowed to eat the cans of chili?
Yeah, by all means.
And the chicken soup?
Yeah, by all means. If it's in there, it's for eating. The only exception would be just making sure...
ingredients. Yeah. Because I know there was some mods where you could make cans of chili and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I don't think you can do that in base game, though.
No, that's fine, then.
The main thing I want to make sure we've got are seeds. Currently, we've got some corn seeds.
I found loads of farms, so I'm going to go back and get them, but I just couldn't get them with such low stamina and being so freezing cold, and...
Yeah, of course.
My health was really low and stuff, so...
Alright, we've got 1 aloe vera seed, chrysanthemum, coffee, yucca, corn, potato, goldenrod, and mushroom spores. So I'm going to turn a couple of these blueberries into seeds. I don't need many. 5 will be enough. I'll take 20 of them. The rest we can happily use to make juice or food, for that matter. And I'll have a look into that in a second. There we go. All the rest of the food is fair game. Right, what's the recipe here? Snowberry extract is... no, even its side effects have side effects. That's not so great.
Yeah, I think there are side effects to eating the snowberry juice if you don't use it sparingly, so you just have to use it like a little bit.
Yeah. We'd need to make snowberry extract, which I don't think we can easily make. If we
can't make it yet. No, that's fine.
Eggs. Do we have eggs? We got eggs. I might be able to make some blueberry pies, though.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Recipes. I just need... I think I can actually make it, but I think I need a chemistry. Yeah, I do need a chemistry set. I can't make it in a fire with a beaker. It's kind of a poor man's chemistry set, basically, but quite useful if you can. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make 6 blueberry pies. I'll use a chunk of our blueberry, a decent amount of our cornmeal, almost all of our eggs, but all of our animal fat. But, you know, it's a start. Those will be chonky meals for us. Much chonk. We are going to be rid of a few of our water bottles, though. I'm going to make some corn on the cob after that.
I can't find that area where I found all the food. There's so many fields. And I'm struggling to find it again, typically.
That's okay. It is fine. We've got some canned food here. It shouldn't be awful, but we'll see. Oh, man. The problem with them old sham sandwiches is you can use them. They restore a lot of stamina, but you've got a 100% chance of getting food poisoning. You can make sham chowder out of it, though. Oh.
Where are they?
Potatoes, ears of corn, and bottled water. That may well be worth having a look at. Later on. Right. Blueberry pie. Here we go. Max stamina 45. 2 of these will almost completely fill your hunger bar. And I'm making 6 of them.
Such a big difference.
There we go. The sun going up in the world. That's why getting blueberries is so important. Blueberries, corn, and you've got to continue to add animal fat, but it's something you can do. Right, we ran out of fuel here, which is a pain. Let's give plenty of fuel for this. Turn on. Right, I want bars if I can. I don't want them centered, I want them on the side, but 10 is a good start. Crack on. Right, gonna head back out. I'm gonna drop off my shovel. Don't really need it. That being said, if I see something like cement, I could use that to pull up cement. So I may keep that with me for that reason alone. Okay, I'm heading back out. Shelab?
Okay.
How are you doing right now?
I'm just checking through garbage bags and for just anything I can find. And I'm trying to find... Oh, gee! Oh, gee, no, not a vulture. Please, please, please go away. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Die.
Wow.
Oh, I've got to level up.
Shelab is super polite when she's murderizing vultures. I think we all need to have a moment there and appreciate this. That was a very polite panic response.
It was.
I think it says a lot about the cut of a person when they can be wishing death on someone politely. There we go. I've got 2 lumberjacks I can take out as well. And plonk you. Since we are both scavenging, Shelab, I think it probably makes a lot of sense for us to be doing it together.
Okay.
I've got quite a lot of lumberjacks to deal with over here, though. Simply because it allows for backup.
Don't be my first death. Oh!
Oh, what happened? What happened?
So annoying. I was trying to get a boar so we could get us some meat. And my health was just so low already, and my stamina was so low already that and I couldn't get it with one shot from my arrow. I thought I'd be able to.
No,
they're much tougher than that.
Boars take a lot of at least 2-3 arrows headshots. You can get it, but on the plus side, you're back, and we can head back out. I'm so sorry though.
I can eat a blueberry pie.
Yeah.
And try and get my...
You might not need it. Do you need it?
Yeah, I do, because my stamina's really, really... Let me just check, hang on, before I do anything.
So I think...
Yeah, my food is at 27.
Yeah, then definitely eat that then. I'm so sorry.
I'm just so low on food. It's annoying, because we were just getting to the point where that wouldn't have been a problem anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm like, death, no. I've done well, though, 7 hours without a death.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see, what can I smelt down for iron? I mean, we've got more cooking pots than we should possibly ever need. But I can bring one with us just on the off chance we need more. But then I can smelt the remaining.
Yeah, these blueberry pies take ages to make, don't they?
They do take a long time, unfortunately. But 2 should give you a full food. Because they increase your max stamina by 45. On that note, I've got a skill point. I've got 4 skill points. Oh my lord, I didn't spend any of the skill points from the Horde Night. I am such a derp.
I probably have a few as well. I said I was going to spend them later though, like at night time.
Craft iron tools and weapons as well as leather armor. I think so, yes. Let's pump a little bit more into my intelligence and increase my...
Oh, now I have food poisoning.
Oh, level 20, damn.
I'm trying to eat things that... Because I couldn't be bothered waiting for the blueberry pie.
That's okay. You're in a pretty rough position right now. Don't stress too much. Right, what level do I need that?
I have illness. 20. Oh, it's ticking up.
It's going to take me a little bit.
How long does illness last for?
Takes a little while to run out. You should be okay, generally speaking.
Okay.
It's important to smelt right now.
I just feel a bit sick in RP terms.
If you mouse over it, it should tell you what the actual effects are going to be.
Oh, it says that I feel something coming on, but I'm not sure what it is.
So
maybe
we had some herbal meds we could help with that, I think, but I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem for you. As soon as you're ready, we can head out.
Into. Maybe I could take a vitamin pill.
Yeah, sure. There's one on the ground there for you. I think that only increases your stats right now, but it may have a hidden health benefit effect as well. But whatever we do, we need to do it soon. I can head out and start scavenging.
No wonder the blinking pies aren't getting made. The fire's out.
Oh. I'm sorry, I didn't even check. That is terribly bad of me. I don't
have a... Oh,
yeah,
thank you.
It's not a problem.
I'm going to now my backpack.
There we go. That'll give us enough time to get everything in there made. The next blueberry pie shouldn't be long. It may well have gone out before I left, which is on me if it did. Yeah. We're not going to know until editing time starts.
And let me have a little look at my my stats and see if I'm able to go out. Right, 61 and 6. Yeah, 61. That's fine. I can go out on that. And if I go back towards my bag, that's right by all the food.
Yep, I'll be going that way so we can go there as a bit of a convoy.
Okay, you can catch up with me. I'm going now.
I'm already outside, killing a lumberjack. Gotta get that precious EXP.
Well, I want my bag back, so I'm running for it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Also in this weather, that makes sense. I'm trying to decide which way is the best way. It looks like you just went straight cross country, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I can see lumberjacks in that farmhouse. And they're attacking walls, so that's almost certainly a case that they know you're there. Look, yeah, that is a aware lumberjack. Because I couldn't get a sneak attack on it. Come on. There we go. Stop crouching. Might affect
arrows.
Whether it can see me or not. I think I'll finish you off.
This has a lot of food. It's just like I always seem to find places with. Oh gosh, look at all these mines. Ugh. Find places with lots of food, just as I'm not able to get the food.
Right.
I always seem to be without my stuff or without any stamina or blah blah blah, and it's like, but the food is right there. That's so frustrating.
Yeah.
So utterly
Farms will almost always have a field of something around them. Also, my melee accuracy is dire. Oh my lord. How did I get so bad? I don't know. It scares me though.
Yeah, I'm gathering the food now.
Okay. Grabbing some snowberries on the way down. Just so I've got a little bit to chow on. And also something that we can use to make snowberry extract in time.
Yeah, and once we're good for food, I'll start going into buildings and seeing if we can get clothing and cloth and bandages.
I've just got a hoodie.
That sort of thing.
Is that better than what you're currently wearing?
Might be.
Because I've got a hooded sweatshirt already.
Basically, if it's better for you, wear it. If it's not, pop it in the box and I'll check out the box every so often for clothing that is better for me. I would say that's the best way to do it. That way we're not sitting there comparing stats while a vulture's eating my face.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just going to empty out this farmhouse. I think you may have passed it on the way wherever you were going for your backpack.
I don't think I've raided any farmhouses. I've only really raided like little sort of bits that I can get into without having to actually breach a building, other than that little lumberjack place that's right next to ours. Right, what are you? More blueberries. Great.
There's definitely a snake in here somewhere that I don't want to necessarily let hit me.
I really hate snakes. They're so little and thin and wriggly and hard to hit. Ah.
Oh, you've just woken up, damn it. Alright. Well, this is just annoying. Can't pick that up now. I can see the snake on the ground there.
The snake's on display.
But this little farmhouse will probably have some food in it.
Yeah.
Hello, snake. Okay, got a lot of company, a lot of sounds that I don't like.
See, I'm very cold right now. You would think that punching blueberry plants would like warm me up, but no.
Military zombie, really? I still haven't forgiven you, military zombies, for attacking me while I was under the effects of a glitch. No honor in that kill. Oh yeah, I gave you my torch for the horde base, didn't I? Did you?
Yes.
Then I have put it somewhere because I do not have it on.
No, you put it on the horde base.
Oh, I thought you meant like a flashlight torch. My apologies.
No, my torch that would keep me warm while I'm freezing cold.
Well, I've got some animal fat on me, and probably the only animal fat I'm going to have, because I'm not going to get any from the snake, I doubt. Oh, really? There we go.
Maybe I need to grab a gas barrel and carry that around with me.
We do have a gas barrel. I did take one back to the base.
There's a load around the lumberjack's place. As long as I'm not losing too much health, I'm happy to be cold.
That makes sense, yeah.
In return for gathering food.
I believe... Are there no more zombies? There may be a zombie asleep up there. Do not ever underestimate upper levels. They have caught me off guard so many times.
Yeah.
So many times.
Or like secret hidden rooms. Or zombies that jump out of cupboards.
Yes, cupboard zombies are the worst.
They are.
Especially egregious.
Especially when you're like sneaking in through a window, you're like following around like a sort of special point of interest, and you're like sneaking around like a little platform outside the window, and you go through the window, and then a zombie jumps out of a cupboard at you, and you're like, nah.
Yep. But I do love the work that they've placed into 7 days to make the areas a little bit more interesting like that. I just found some beer. Hooray! You were talking about beer earlier, weren't you, Shelab?
I was.
It is yours if you'd like it. It's quite useful. Beer will give you a buzzed effect, which I believe makes you immune to
like
stunning. And also gives you very high stamina regeneration.
Is it? Yeah.
I'm taking my time to gather some cement while I'm here. It's going to be a long while before I can actually make cement, so I might as well make the most of this while I can. Since we've already got some rebar.
So low, it's not
actually,
even funny.
We don't have a concrete mixer anyway, so I can't turn this into concrete yet, but it's still useful to gather it, I think. Nothing else I'm gaining
dead ones anymore.
Experience from it as well.
Because I just don't have enough stamina to punch dead corn plants.
I mean, you know, if that is the way you're trying to collect your corn, it is probably stamina intense. Very time inefficient.
The dead ones give you some like fiber and stuff.
Right,
that's
okay.
Pretty cool.
I think someone in the comments was saying the dead ones give you seeds. I'm not sure about that because I've never noticed that, but someone in my comments said
lots of dead ones, so if I've suddenly got seeds in my inventory, then yes, but it doesn't seem like I do.
Just picked up 2 forged steel. Oh, that's so amazingly good. That is amazingly good. Okay, let me quickly make you a spare torch. I'm going to need some cloth for that. I'll probably find somewhere with cloth soon enough. Right, on the move again.
Absolutely determined. I'm going to come back with a big inventory full of food for us.
Okay.
That is my goal of the day.
I'm keeping the faith.
So at the moment in my inventory, I have 55 blueberries and 49 corn and 118 potatoes.
Wow. Okay, that is amazing, actually. But I'm going to try and make my way over to you. Although I'm reasonably encumbered at this point, but I think it is definitely going to be better for us if we're both out scavenging.
I can take some of your inventory for you, and then I can show you where some of the fields that I found are, because there's a lot of fields.
We need to make a bucket at some point as well, so that we can relocate some of the water from the water towers.
Yeah.
That'd be probably a very wise move.
Snow is working really well though, so we're pretty good for water at the moment.
It's more so that, well, yeah, you're right, but it's more so that we have an access internal without having to go out and dig up all the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've got a couple of thousand snowballs at the moment, so it's going to last us a little while, but, you know, so there's no big rush on the bucket.
Yeah, that's a fair point to make. I think I see where Shelab was. So yeah, a honking great cornfield over yonder. Alright. Well, I think it's fair to say that between this and the blueberry pies that we've already got going, we're not going to hurt for food for a while. Yeah. Certainly not going to be a case that we previously had. Wow, so much farmland around here. So many lumberjacks too.
Brilliant. So good. Is this another potato field? Yes.
Damn it. There we go.
I'm just going to try and stay out until about 9 o'clock and then just run back home.
We're not that far away from base, so yeah, that makes sense. Crotch shot.
Yeah, but I have no stamina, so that's why I'm giving myself an hour.
Apparently, my character doesn't know their anatomy. Going for a crotch shot, arrows sticking out of the lumberjack's ankle.
Yes.
Certainly a non-standard.
Is that why you weren't allowed to show ankles in Victorian times?
Okay, yeah, sure. We're going to go with that. We're going to go with that because it makes me seem like less of a dip. I approve of this.
They were no good at anatomy either.
Well, I mean, you know, that is probably not that far from the truth. This lumberjack is a bit lighter than expected, given his size. Just, oh, damn it. Just walking on top of potato plants. An elvish lumberjack, I think. Right. Okay. At least
Seems
I think
like a bit of a contradiction in terms there.
Elvish lumberjack. Oh, that's a good point, yeah. Clearly they have they were kidnapped by goblins and raised to deforest areas. It's a pretty common thing a goblin might do, you know, kidnap the young of a civilization they raided, bring them up as their own. In the case of elves, it might actually improve them. Certainly stop them eating people, maybe.
Potato field one. There's some more corn over there.
I've got enough potatoes now to keep us with baked potatoes for quite some time. But if I can get to the point of making sham sandwiches, that would be amazing.
There's another boar by me, but I'm not going to even try and take that out because that was what killed me last time. It might even be the same boar.
I can come over and
revenge, help. But how far away are you and how long will it take?
I'm
it's not worth
200 meters away.
Okay.
Closing the distance quickly. Quick. Oh, I might drink some beer. I'm going boar hunting. I think drinking some beer is totally worth doing. And yes, that is a visual effect. Not a super big fan of that.
I could just shoot the boar.
You could. I didn't really want to mention that. But that is absolutely an option. Why didn't you want to mention that?
It would help me. Oh, there's two.
Well, no, I didn't want to mention it after you'd already died to it. It's like, well, why didn't you shoot the boar?
I didn't think at the time. I was just panicking.
More potato plants. Is that a yucca field? It is a yucca field. Wow. That's interesting. I mean, I totally plan to plant yucca, but I'm a little bit shocked that there is yucca naturally growing. Well, it's not really naturally. It's totally being farmed. But I was going to throw my hands up in the face of nature and say, no, damn it. I'm going to take this thing that grows exclusively in the desert and I'm going to grow it in the snowy biome. I care not for your complaints. Hello, Shelab. I'm here now.
Yay, 2 boars for us.
Oh, well done. I've got my machete, so I can start collecting. Are you gathering with a bone knife?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the machete better?
Bladed weapons are generally better. I think the machete is okay, though.
I got 27 meat out of the boar, though, so that's pretty decent.
Yeah. I don't have any skill points to spend on the huntsman, but maybe I should have invested in that.
Oh, don't worry about it for now. At least we're getting some meat, we're getting some veggies, you know.
Yeah,
we're getting
doing sorted. A good job.
Getting really sorted for food. It's a good day to sort ourselves out for food. Now, over here, I think there is more farmland.
Oh, there is a lot of farmland. That's the direction I came from. There's an awful lot of farmland
around here. There's tons of fields, so let's just go.
There's also a military camp, I see.
There's mines and stuff around, just be super careful.
Not a big fan of those.
Are those. I think there's yuccas in that farm over there.
Yeah, I was literally just talking about those.
I don't know if we want to... Oh, are you?
Well, that just goes and shows us how much Shelab is listening to what I say. My lord. Yeah. How rude.
I'm sorry.
Is that potatoes you're gathering there? Or those blueberries? Oh, there's a blueberry bush right here.
Potatoes at the moment.
Yeah. I'll leave you to gather those ones.
We'll end up with a couple of hundred potatoes that we can just bake up, which will be great.
I feel we might want to be making our way back right now.
Well, I said I would start making my way back at 9 o'clock, and it's 10 minutes yet.
Yeah, all right. It's just those minutes go past very quickly. I'm not entirely sure we're going to be back at the house by the time, if we linger to gather anything more. Duffel bag. Hello. Leather duster. Yes, please. Ha. So much better. Currently what I'm wearing.
So if we can just get one more, then that'll be great.
Yeah. No, that is fantastic. Cold is no longer a problem for me, for the most part. Super happy about that. I'd go as far as to say super duper happy about it. Let's drink some of this water. What am I thirsty or am I hungry? I'm
okay,
hungry.
Running back now. There's actually a few farms with like little yucca fields. That's very good. Very good indeed.
Yeah.
Enough for you to get some seeds from and stuff at least.
Yeah, I don't think I've got any yucca seeds, so that will help quite a lot.
Yeah, we'll just come and get the farms.
I only need 4. Because I only need 1 seed to start the whole process off. It takes a long time to move from 1 seed to a farm of them. But with investment in certain skills, you can reduce that time quite considerably. So encumbered, my lord. Here, Shelab, I see you. I'm gonna stop to gather from this. It is worth gathering from the carcasses, the rotted carcasses on the grounds. It looks like this apartment building has still got some residents.
Some zombified residents?
Yes, indeed. I'm going to ignore it for now, though. I just want to get back. This is a good...
to run mostly along roads so that I'm not...
I'm going through some of the buildings just to annoy the rest.
All foul of the mines and things that are about the place.
Yeah. I totally am annoying some of the zombies.
What the heck?
What just happened? Mine?
I don't know. Did I starve to death?
Weren't you eating? It just said Shelab died.
Yeah, I think I might have starved to death. No, I wasn't eating. I was trying to get ingredients and bring them back, but I wasn't aware that you could starve to death.
Well, did you not eat at least 1 blueberry pie?
No, because they took ages to be cooked.
Okay,
I
don't
went
know.
Out.
I apologize. I don't know, but it's quite possible you could starve to death.
Maybe you can. I didn't know that you could.
Were you at like 0 food?
Must have been or something, because I had about 20 stamina left.
Okay.
And I had just taken a drink, but I had loads of food on. This is annoying because I'm dying to starvation rather than to mistakes.
You don't know that. You don't know that. I realize this is a desire to blame something like that.
I had 95 health.
Mm-hmm. Damn it.
Nighttime.
Yeah.
Get my bag though, so badly.
Just watch out. You're around a military base, so there is a decent... Oh, damn it, yeah. The unfortunate thing is there are wandering zombies around, and they are now running, so grab your stuff as fast as you can. And be sneaky about it. You are around a prison or a military base of some sort. Come back to me. There are no zombies right around me right now. But yeah.
I have my bag.
You're
just right there.
Yeah, there's a good chance
the house is right there.
That was a minefield. I don't know if...
I didn't hear anything, but I could have gone over a mine.
Yeah.
But I think
did you have a death cam kind of floating up from your body?
Not really. I just sort of fell on the floor. I just kind of collapsed. It didn't look very violent, to be honest.
Well, I've no idea. I've never seen starving to death happen, but I can't say that it doesn't.
It doesn't, yeah.
But at the same time, I would have imagined that it would have told us. But then again, I guess it doesn't go out of its way. I don't feel bad about
that death, though, because I don't feel like it was like I suddenly made a mistake with a zombie and it killed me or anything like that. It was just...
Yeah, you shouldn't feel bad about any death anyway. It's just a game.
I do when it's like a mistake. And I'm like, I should have been more careful. Or like if there's some massive irradiated zombie comes and like eats my face, I'm like, I don't feel bad about that.
Yeah. The odds are stacked against me to begin with. Right.
Yeah.
Be sure to crouch. And be sure to eat.
Okay. I am. I got all the blueberry pies.
All of them.
Yes.
Be sure to share.
I will. I've just took the stack and I'm going to see how high I can get my food and stuff and my water and that.
I can drop off that beard.
The rest back.
Okay, I'm going to drop off the hooded sweatshirt that I got. The concrete mix, the hay bales, which, we can use for a few things, I think.
But yeah, from now on, it should be a lot better because I'll be going out with stacks of blueberry pies and all sorts of stuff like that. We have 236 potatoes, 55 blueberries, and 89 ears of corn in my inventory.
Very nice. Very nice indeed.
Yeah, we're really good for food now.
How many metal bars can we make? Dare I risk this? Well, actually, yeah, we're close enough to the horde base that we should be able to just leg it and get into the horde base if we need to. If something starts to break into this area. We've got some ears of corn as well.
Meat.
Not a lot of stamina.
Lots of meat, lots and lots of corn.
Considering what they cost to make, which is a glass jar. But we have got lots of options right now. Loads of corn. Oh, this is genuinely amazing. I can make loads of blueberry pies with this.
Yeah.
Let's drop a goodly bit of wood.
So from now on, I won't try and find fields. If I happen to pass by one, I might harvest it up, but I'm not going to be as into that. It'll be more about trying to find clothes for myself now, because you've got a duster, which is great. Yeah. But I just need to find one too. Now,
I can make hobo stew out of rotting flesh. Bear that in mind. All I need is animal fat, ears of corn, potatoes. I can get animal fat and rotten flesh off most zombie animals. But not really what I want to be eating, I'll be honest. So...
No, sounds a bit icky.
I can make meat stew with ears of corn, animal fat. Quite a decent chunk of raw meat. It does take bottled water though. But again, that is the less of a concern, I would say. Since we've got enough cans that we can just keep making... purified water over and over.
Canned water, yeah, we can make canned water.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cook the meat stew. It's going to take us a while to get all that done, but it's well worth it, I think. And with this many blueberries and this much corn, I'm going to go ahead and
we did a really good day getting food, as I say. I feel a bit rubbish for dying.
No, really, don't feel bad about it.
I think if we had done that run, if we'd done that run a day earlier, then I wouldn't have been so low on stamina and things, but obviously it was horde night.
Yeah.
So, and I think that is the folly a little bit of spending most of week 1 trying to find the trader.
Yeah, perhaps not worrying about the trader early on.
Yeah, I do think that the trader is maybe something to do at the start of week 2.
Yeah, that does make sense. Certainly makes sense.
It's nice to have a base near the trader, but
I am repairing the shovel with all of the steel that we had. I got 2 forged steel. I honestly think that is a better use.
I think that's a really good use of it, to be fair. I completely agree with what you're doing there.
Excellent. Right, so that's done.
Because we've got a lot of base to dig.
We do. We really do. I have dropped off the shirt in here. The sweatshirt. It is in one of the chests. I can't remember which one. I think it's in the right one.
I'll have a look now. Yeah, I see a hooded sweatshirt there. So I'll just take a look and see if it gives me a bit more insulation than what I've got already.
I'm going to try and take our corn seeds up to 10.
I have a BDU top, which is cold resist 8. The sweatshirt would have cold resist 14. So yes, it is better for cold resist by a long shot.
There we go then.
Slowly getting that cold resist.
Yeah. Got a lot of leather as well. You've got so much rotting flesh.
Right, I want to look at my skill points next. Now I've eaten and sorted myself out a bit.
I don't want to really think too much about the hobo stew, but it is a useful thing to have, so I will keep it. Still, possibly not the best thing to do. I could make some antibiotics. Can cure infections, dysentery, food poisoning, and pneumonia, but have a considerable side effects. Not an instant cure. Can be crafted in a beaker at a campfire. I just need some moldy bread, nitrate powder, and bottled water. All of which we have to certain degrees.
1 point into MasterChef just so I can do the basics.
Yeah, by all means. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You're not actually infected with anything, are you?
I don't think so.
All right, then I
was ill. Maybe my illness did something.
I am going to go ahead and consolidate some of our materials here. So pop nitrate powder. I'll pop that over in the cooking area. Do we have any moldy bread here? I don't think we do. No, we don't. That's a bit of a shame. Also, very, very surprising, actually. Knock those cans down. Right, 11 iron bars is enough to give me 10 fields of farming of some type. I'll probably pop down the potatoes initially because we can just make a lot with those. The ears of corn require water, whereas the potatoes are just, you just need potatoes. So that seems like a bit of a better option for me right now.
Right, okay, my next point I gain, because I put a load of stuff into fortitude there, so the next point I gain, I'll start naturally regenerating max health.
Oh, nice.
So I had to put a lot into my fortitude to get to the point where I could unlock it, but
that makes sense, yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I do still need to put 1 point into fortitude to get me up to fortitude 3, and then I'll be able to pop a point into living off the land, which will allow me to harvest 2 items back from any planted crop. At that point, we can actually start increasing our farms while still getting some use out of it.
I can put some into living off the land as well, because I do have a lot of fortitude. I've got fortitude 5 now. So
you
could
totally
be something
can.
I can help with.
I'm not sure it would strictly be necessary, and those points may be more useful to use somewhere else. But if that's something you want to do,
later down the line, you know, once I've got a lot of the other things I want, more fighting skills and things, I might just pop a few points into there.
Yeah, of course.
Just so I can help out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Right, well, I'm done with my foraging right now. I want to get a farm. Like, I really, really, really want to get a farm up and running if I can.
We just needed to sort the food out today, so that was 1 day spent just sorting food. We won't need to do that for a long time now, because we've got loads of stuff. So now we can just be really dead casual about it, and like if we happen to be, you know, nipping by a farm or something, we can just...
2 more levels and I can start making iron tools. Until then, I'm going to use... you know, a forged iron here and there on the tools that we've managed to scavenge from around the place. And that should be fine. Take 2...
There's 2 blueberry pies in the chest, and there was 3 in the oven. So I'll take 3, and then you can take 3.
I've already got 2 on me. So
okay.
No need for me to take any more. Thank you, though. I'm going to skulk outside. I'm going to do a little bit more base work while I can.
Do you have much in the way of water? Water's going to be done soon, isn't it?
Yeah, water will be done soon. I don't have anything to drink on me, though. But I don't suspect that's a big priority.
It might be worth queuing the meat stews behind the water, then.
Well, you hold on to that thought for a second. I'm just going to go grab some more stone, and we'll come back and we'll set up a second campfire.
That's a good idea.
One specifically for gathering...
for water or something.
Getting water and other quick to produce items. Level 19, fantastic. Let me go ahead and pop that point into fortitude.
I'll make a campfire, but where do you think we should put it?
Yeah, just beside the other one.
Okay.
There's no reason to move them around right now.
I can do that.
If you're wondering why I'm circling the stone that I'm mining, for those watching on my screen, it is so that I'll spot anything trying to sneak up on me. Ideally. Right now we've got so many boulders out here that mining is really easy to do. And well worth it. I do need to repair this thing a bit. This is going to give me both stones, nitrate powder, coal, and indeed iron. Hello, Shelab. In fact, if you've got a buddy mining system, you can both mine the same rock, or at least rocks that adjacent to each other.
Right, yeah, if I mine this rock, I can see behind you.
Exactly. I can see that there is, by the looks of it, a lumberjack off in the distance behind you. So be careful.
Right, so you can keep an eye on that for me.
Yeah.
If you see it behind me, then I will run to the house.
Yeah. No, don't run to the house. Run past me to the...
Run to the horde base, actually. Yeah. That's a stupid idea.
Because that lumberjack will be running. And it can do a lot of damage. I think it is actually approaching your position. No, it's moving away. Never mind.
I only want just enough to make a little fire.
Yeah.
But...
Right, I'm skulking out towards you again. I'll come and help with that one. But yeah, in pretty much every survival game I've ever come across, there is a buddy mining system of some sort. In Terraria, 3 of you together can, excavate large tunnels very quickly, just focusing on different blocks. In Minecraft, 2 of you together can do the same sort of thing. But here, it's much more about making sure that the other person doesn't get eaten.
Survival. All about survival. I'm going to go back to the house if that's okay.
Don't go that way, go the back way. Because the lumberjack is close.
Jack is close.
Don't worry, it can't hear us. You can hear what we're doing in the game, but not what we're saying outside of it.
Haha! It can't hear our plans.
Indeed. Just as well, really. Otherwise the horde base would have been significantly less successful.
Yeah.
The lumberjack is moving toward the house.
Okay, I will try and be quiet inside the house.
Yeah.
I will make my campfire. And then I
the nice thing about moving our operation into the horde base is that the horde base is naturally well defended.
Yeah, exactly.
The first thing we would know about a zombie horde outside, it could just be a horde, not just one, is that they'd be hurting themselves on the spikes, or we'd hear them falling off the bridge. In either case, they're not eating our faces, so ideal, really. Okay, I'm playing with fire now, so I'm going to abandon that. I'm going to stalk away.
Do we really have no empty bottles? So I'll have to make cans or something.
Yeah, that's why I said we were going to need cans. I've used a lot of the empty bottles in making meat. The meat stews are not inexpensive. Fine. But they're very, very good.
It's worth it, absolutely worth it though. So can I make the canned waters?
Yep. Right, I should be safe to move a little bit faster now. There we go. Right, heading back inside. Got a decent amount of iron, some stones. But it's very rapidly getting to the point now where we're going to be fine doing lots of other things by day and night.
Yeah.
Take that out. I'll use this to make some cobblestone, I think. Right.
I feel like as well it will be a lot easier to... oh, I need those stones back.
Oh, do you? Okay, I'll drop them off. How much did you need? Because I just grabbed them.
Oh, right. Just enough to make some arrows.
There you
maybe
go.
10 or something.
Plenty for you.
Oh, 82 will be loads. Wonderful. Oh, I feel so much better equipped now. I feel like we've got food and we've got ammo and we've...
It makes a difference.
It was a bit dire at the start, wasn't it?
Always is. Always is. Well, we should be alright. We've got 8 meat stews now. 3 bottled water and a load of baked potatoes.
Tons of food. That's amazing. And it's nearly morning as well. So by the time I sort of fed myself, did my skills, mined a boulder, made a campfire.
Yep.
It's nearly morning time already. So tomorrow I'm going to spend time probably just... I'll break into a house or 2 and see if I can maybe get some more bottles and see if any clothing, how that sort of turns up as well.
Yeah. Bear in mind, though, canned water does not stack, so...
Yeah, that's why I'm going to go and try and find bottles.
Yeah,
I'll
drink yourself above 100%, because you can take your satiety and thirst above 100.
I don't know how far it allows. Is it 100?
Oh, no. Right, they're trying to get in. That is awful. That is a screamer. Where are they trying to get through? Okay, right. Run. Don't crouch. Just run. Because they're trying to break through that. Yeah, they're trying to break into the base. Do your best. There they are. Yeah, she's out there. Now, the screamer there is going to try... Yeah, they're following me. The Screamer will try to draw the other zombies. Every time she screams, she summons another pack of zombies. So this horde base is going to get used as much as it was on the Horde Night, right? Frankly. Did I
just need some arrows then.
Did I outpace them?
Are they proper following us?
Don't think they all are, no. They're around the Horde base, but there's loads of them out there. Yeah, I can see here. There we go. Alright, they've all just stopped running.